Hey gamers, welcome back. This is Eviee with What's Your MMO? This is where we get to hear from the gamers themselves about the game that they love to play. This week I spoke to another fellow Aion player. So of course he's Asmodian on the Israel server. His name is Eneru, better known as Eni to his friends and Legion mates. And we talked a bit about 4.0, Assassins in general. We talked about some hacking, and we also talked a little bit about Guild Wars 2. He was also so kind as to share with me a video clip of himself PvEing in Gelkmeros in the times before there was a Tiamatra. So if you'd like to watch, please do. And for those of you who are just here to listen, sit back, relax, and here it is. So how long have you been playing Aion for?
I have played Aion since 3 months after the launch of the game.
Wow.
And majority of it has been spent on my Assassin here.
And why Aion? Like what is it about it that just makes you keep coming back to play for that long?
I don't know. It's before I played any MMOs, I just did a whole lot of console gaming, and I played a lot of RPGs and shooters, whatever I could afford at the time, and I would play the hell out of that game. And then 6 months later, I'd buy a new game, and I'd find out all the secrets. And then I just got boring because you beat the game, then what? You do it again. The thing about MMOs is it keeps coming. There's always, a new challenge, a whole. You can continue to evolve, And my first MMO was Aion, and I don't know what keeps me coming back is my tune, my character. I just he's like your child, You spend so much time and effort into him, watching him grow up. It's hard to just put it down, It just makes you like. I quit for like 7 months, but I just came back a few weeks ago, and honestly, because I just want to see him grow more.
So you're looking forward to 4.0? Anything in particular?
Um, I've watched the videos about charge skills. Like when you hit a certain skill and it charges through the little meters.
Yes.
From what I read, every class, including the new one, is gonna get some of their old skills and new skills the ability to charge it. And I'm really curious to see what of my current abilities I'm able to do that with. Plus, I love new abilities. I just love stunning people, disappearing, and reappearing behind him, and bam, 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 he's dead. It's just I get the greatest kick out of that.
Yeah, I feel the pain on the receiving end of that. There's nothing worse than being a sin. I'm like, no.
Well, yeah, we
stun,
sins
stun,
have.
silence, and I'm just like, bah!
Yeah, we have to be fast because we don't have a whole lot of armor or defense, or we do have a lot of attack and crits, but we have to play it smart.
True. That's very true.
While one person has heavy armor and a great big weapon, all we have is a great big weapon and a couple of smoke grenades.
Yeah.
You got to use what you got.
Yeah.
And if you're smart enough, you can come out on top.
Right. To know skills for your class.
Yeah, and you also have to recognize patterns that the other classes play. For example, when they hit, you stun them, and they know you're about to unleash fury upon them, they're gonna release stun, right? And usually what comes after a stun is them stunning you. It's a reversal, so you can use that knowledge, stun them, do a little bit of damage, and then run away before he has a chance to do his damage on you, and then wait for it to wear off, go back. That's the kind of thinking you need in PvP. And
It's
actually, Karos taught me some of that. The guy
yeah.
you last interviewed, he taught me some of this. And now I'm not a PvP god, and I'm not all that great, but I've I've gone toe to toe with a bunch of high ranked players. I mean, of course, I've lost, but I did extremely well, and I had fun in the process. And that's really all these games are about. A lot of people, they lose, and they're like, "Oh, my gear sucks, so I'm bad a player," and the guy who beats you reinforces that. That's not really good uh, sportsmanship. I Is that the right word?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's a game. Have fun. I mean, I know some people take it seriously, but instead of looking at like down on yourself and down on the guy you just beat, lift your hand down and say, "Hey, good job. I had fun. Here's what I did. Here's what you should do to counter that. And hey, I like what you did also." And that's how you get better. Instead of making enemies in this game like a lot of people do, and I've seen it happen. Just say it happens. Know what to do next time.
Yeah, it's a learning curve. It's always a learning curve, and that was actually something that Karos and I talked about with. It is just a game, and when it gets taken to that next level, because it is just a game, but we're also a community of our own. People who don't play MMOs don't get it. They just don't understand that. You don't have to plan your life around dredge time or fort siege, but you make friends. And so when your friends say, can we do this afternoon? You try to be there, right? You try to, because you have fun together. Is
Yeah,
a big thing.
it's like a hobby, like football or
Right.
friends or football with friends.
The worst thing that anybody, I think is just awful, and it still causes me to get upset, is when someone calls you a noob. It's like, you might be a hacker for all I know, because you hit someone and hit someone and hit someone and hit someone, and their HP isn't going anywhere, or they one-shot you and you've got 11,000 HP. You're like, I don't know, because there
Oh
are
yeah,
there are
it is
hackers.
definitely frustrating.
Yeah.
I've gone into matches with glads that suddenly go into disappear mode, and then appear behind me doing like 5k damage per hit, and I know how you feel.
Yeah.
And then he
Yeah.
calls me a noob. I'm like, dude, I don't even know what you did.
Exactly. That's exactly it. And I don't understand hacking, because to me it takes all the fun out. You can you can beat my butt into the ground. I don't have a problem with that, as long as it's done fairly.
Well, look at it like this: you can't stop them from doing it,
Right.
but you can stop how you react to that. I mean, it's gonna happen. Just accept it. Not everyone plays that way, and people who decide to hack, they're the ones missing out on the experience.
I
Does that
agree.
make sense?
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. Yeah.
Because if you kill everything that gets in your way, there's no challenge. You're like, oh, I got the best gear. I don't even need to get to level 65 because I'm already OP as it is now. Uh, they're they're the ones who are missing out on the whole experience. They're probably sitting on their couches, uh, bored as hell because no one wants to fight them because they
Right.
know about them.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly it. When I could tell there's someone in our group hacking, and I actually called him out. He was in our dredge group. He wasn't from our server, and he was calling me a noob and saying something about all you have to do is heal. And everybody in the group was very quiet, right? And it was because this guy was hacking. There was no doubt about it. And I think he was a ranger. Like, he was leather. That much I remember. It was like, you sure seem to be moving awful quick. I said, I thought that skill had a cooldown. And he goes,
Yeah,
shut up, noob. And I thought, right.
that's a typical response when you catch
Yep.
someone, with their pants around their ankles.
Basically, yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly it.
It's a game, but hey, there's people in it, so.
There are people behind the characters. I know.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, for sure. I see. I've got Eviee and Tiamatra here, and I see Ronnie Reagan has returned.
Oh, he has.
He has.
Oh, interesting. I saw him in Guild Wars 2, and he tore crap up in that game.
Yeah. So you played Guild Wars 2 as well?
Yeah, I was.
That's where you went for your 7 months?
Yeah, I was in and out of Guild Wars 2, and I gotta say, it's a tremendous game. They did a phenomenal job, and honestly, overall, it's a better game than Aion, but it misses a lot of the crucial things you need in a successful game that keeps people coming back. And Aion has that. It's like I said, character customization. You have so many options to personalize things. In Guild Wars 2, they give you like 20 face slabs that you can work with, and like 5 different skin tones. Now, I'm not giving them proper credit, but you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
In this game, you can like lift the eyes and ears and tweak it however you want. You can even make your toon look like Gollum for all you care.
Right, and I've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen some bad ones too, and yeah. Besides customization, there's the skins. There's so many variety of armors to choose from. In Guild Wars 2, there's a basic look for just about every 10 levels, and if you don't like it, it's too bad. You just got to stick with it. I mean, it's okay, but some people want something nice to look at, right?
Mm-hmm. Tell me more about the Guild Wars 2, because I haven't really talked to anybody who's played Guild Wars. Are the graphics comparable
to this game?
Mm-hmm.
The system I'm running on, I had to run it on medium low graphics. So, no, it wasn't as good as this, but when you turn up to the maximum, it actually, how Aion has there's a default engine, then there's a super graphics.
Mm-hmm.
When you turn Guild Wars 2 up to its maximum, it's kind of on that level, the super Aion graphics card. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Kind of like that. I could never go up that far because it would take me like 2 minutes to take a single step.
So was there like a large following?
Okay, it's divided into servers, and there's quite a huge list of servers, and that server is just one giant map. You know how in Aion the map is divided into areas?
Mm-hmm.
There's Asmodee, there's Elysia, there's none of that. It's one giant map, and everybody lives on that one map. And yeah, you can choose from, I think it's 8 different. No, there's 4 races, and you could choose male or female. And the variety of weapons and that you can choose from for each class is amazing. Because so I played in a thief, an assassin, as you know. I'm really good at that. And besides daggers and swords, you could shoot bows, and also you can also shoot pistols, like like in the Wild Western movies. And I've gotten a name for myself with my guild back there for being they call me the Wild West Eneru or something, and where I would take my pistols out, buff up like to the maximum, and I would shoot this giant with a flurry of bullets, and the thing would go down with nothing. Like, there would be criticals written all over him. Critical, and bam, he would be dead. It's also cool because mages can pick up great swords, and there's also one move I like where it's like a Templar. It's called a Guardian, they can wield torches, like a torch to light up a path at night or whatever. Well, he puts it in his mouth and he breathes fire. That's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
It's got some really neat gaming stuff. So, what about PvP type stuff? Is there any PvP in Guild Wars 2?
Oh, the PvP in Guild Wars 2 is it's just epic because um what they do is they take 3 or 4 servers, and every week they combine them with a different person, different server.
Mm-hmm.
So your server is battling this server while they're battling you and this other server. So you're battling. It's 1 versus 2 basically for each side.
Okay.
And the map that you get to play on is a huge map. So, and there's your base, there's their base, and then there's starting base, and in between a bunch of little camps and forts that you fight over. Yeah, it's nonstop. It's there's no set periods when something goes vulnerable. It's, if you're there and they're there, you fight for it. If not, they'll take it.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you for your time. I think that's all the questions I have for now.
For your time. I look forward to seeing this video on YouTube.
Perfect. Thank you very much for your time. And I'll catch you in game.
Alrighty.
Okay, bye.
Bye.